Good evening, kinfolk. Well, good evening, everybody in internet land or whatever. My name is Will Tally, aka Screwface Capone. It's 11:28 p.m. while I'm recording this. If you're seeing this, then you're obviously not on my gaming channel. You're on my vlog channel, which is it's just my YouTube, my secondary channel. I just set up for like stuff like politics, race, or just whatever I feel I'm speaking on. And of course, one of my resolutions this year was to post more videos on this channel because they do get a lot of views and whatnot. Well, be so as they may. I mean, for a small one as myself. But anyway, another reason why I wanted to, and I know I'm a bit late to the party, but like a few weeks ago, tomorrow is going to be the inauguration of Joe Biden. So Donald Trump was voted out of office. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting to see, like, if he's going to keep his promises and if things are going to improve, hopefully, and I think they will. But, like, before that, like, a few weeks ago, there's that big thing at the Capitol where, a whole bunch of Trump supporters tried to take over and just really cause chaos. Like, basically what it was is an act of terrorism. That's basically what it is, and that it's attempted coup, attempted insurrection. It's just terrorism. That's all you can really call it. I really haven't. I know I'm a bit late to the party. As far as like speaking on it, giving my 2 cents. And another reason why it took so long is like, really, what can I really think? What can I really say that hasn't already been said? I mean, if these were a bunch of black protesters, then they wouldn't even made it past the gate. But you got people like climbing up the walls and shit, breaking in, smearing feces in everywhere. So there's been a bunch of stuff that I've been seeing online that's sort of been pissing me off since then. Like, you've had people who've tried to compare this to Breonna Taylor. Like, the woman who had gotten killed, Ashley, or whatever her name was, who was trying to force her way in. They were trying to hijack that say her name hashtag on Twitter to compare her to Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor was an innocent woman who was killed by police because her boyfriend thought there was a home invasion. They were serving bad no-knock warrant. Ashley was a woman who was trying to break into a government facility with the intention to attack actual congressmen, and she got shot and killed, just like anywhere else. And I know like some people have been saying, well, why her, not nobody else? Well, hey. Another thing, like, you hear a lot of people who were there who didn't think that they would get caught. I mean, like, you see people going to jail and they're surprised by that and shit. I'm like, how fucking stupid can you fucking be? Because you filmed yourself on fucking camera breaking into a government facility with the intention of attacking the people within there. I mean, some of these motherfuckers actually had zip ties. And the plan was apparently to drag them outside and apparently hold a trial and execute them. All this because you still don't fucking accept the results of an election. So yeah, it's just like surreal, just everything that's going on. You even had cops that were just standing around and helping them. And I'm thinking, and a lot of people are saying like if this was a BLM protest, then they wouldn't make it past it toward the gates, or they would have all been shot down, and they're absolutely right. I mean, I'm thinking of the BLM protests this past summer, and I know everybody's going to bring up, like, all the buildings that were burned down and all the looting and all the vandalism. Number one, a lot of that was because of outside agitators, and number two, it's been proven that most of the protests were, in fact, peaceful, and that the looting and stuff was actually confined to a few city blocks. So... And also, like, if you look at it, like, you had people who were being shot in the eye with beanbags, losing their vision. You had that old man who was pushed down and had his skull fractured. And you had a bunch of other fucked up shit. Like, why weren't the police fucking shooting tear gas at these people the way they were doing BLM protesters, Well, people are going to jump online and say, well, at least they weren't burning and looting. So, why don't you support them because they're burning and looting shit? Well, on the same time, motherfucker, why don't you support the police shooting tear gas and shooting beanbags at these people that they were shooting cops who were protesting the George Floyd murder and the Breonna Taylor killer. And really what this comes down to is like there's just, among a certain group of people, there's just no accountability for them. I mean, you can tell that from your reactions and stuff. Like, how the fuck do you get away from breaking into the fucking Capitol building? I mean, some people even have zip ties, and some people were even laying around. And some people had even planted pipe bombs and shit. You even had the motherfucker took a picture of himself sitting on Nancy Pelosi's desk, and the chick who stole her laptop and was apparently going to sell it to the Russians. Thank God she did the sensible thing and turned herself in. You also had that stupid hornhead fucking fucktard. I don't want to say I don't want to say the R word because, you know, I know people are going to accuse me of being politically correct or whatever, but I did work with the with the developmentally disabled population. But you had the fucktard with the horn helmet who's whining about getting fucking organic, that he doesn't get organic fucking meals in jail. And I'm thinking, how many people who are in jail for fucking weed charges or fucking minor small crimes or who gotta eat whatever the fuck they put on beans or meatloaf or whatever the fuck they serve in the prison cafeteria. I never been to jail, but I notice criminal justice system is fucked. But like when you're being pampered and shit, they give you organic meal because you're too much a bitch to serve. Because you're a bitch because you can't even fucking serve. You can't even fucking eat what the prison's feeding you. What the prison's feeding you, and you got other people whining about going to jail and shit. I'll tell you what the funniest thing is, like watching all these videos of people getting caught and people trying to get on the airplane and them finding out that they're on the no-fly list. That's funny as hell. Because again, that tells you like what this boils down to is that these people don't have any kind of sense of responsibility or any kind of sense of discipline, and this kind of this is shit that they love to come down on my generation for. I mean, I'm 39 years old, but I guess I would be what people would consider a millennial. People love to come down on the younger folks for not having discipline, but then it's like you see what these people are up to, and then you gotta look. And if you do see a problem with the youth, then you gotta look at who raped. The kind of people who raised them. Because you got people in their late 40s, early 50s, early 60s who are breaking in. And then they're whining about having to suffer the fucking consequences. Are you fucking for real? Now, another thing that's killing me is like, it's people like, even as Joe Biden's going to be inaugurated by this time tomorrow, you still got people whining about election fraud, even though they didn't find any case whatsoever. All this is about people being fucking sore losers and shit. Now, another big huge joke is people calling for unity and shit. Now that you were caught on camera, you want to cry about unity. Fuck you. You can get your unity after you deal with the consequences of your fucking actions. You know what? Why don't I go rob a bank and shit or do some other crazy shit and then argue that I shouldn't go to jail or I shouldn't be fined or whatever the fuck ever because that's going to cause more division and that's going to cause unity and we need unity right now. And you weren't concerned about fucking unity when back during the election when you refused to accept the election result, when you refused to accept your election results, and Donald Trump sure as shit and the GOP didn't accept results when they kept filing lawsuits, and even down here in Georgia when they were trying to disenfranchise black voters and trying to make it hard for us to do early voting. I remember they even tried that shit with me too. Tried to do that dumb shit with the signature. I had to get my ballot cured, but it still worked. And this was for the runoff, by the way. A few weeks ago for Warnoff and Ossoff. I'm not going to talk about how the Democrats are perfect and whatnot. I'm hoping that a lot of people are worried that they're going to be like rank and file corporate Democrats. I don't think so. I think Joe Biden's going to make some moves toward the left. he's already announced that he's gonna sign an executive order shutting down the Keystone XL pipeline, and that's been a big environmental issue. That's a good start. Um, anyway, back to the subject. Like, y'all sure as hell didn't say shit about unity or civility when y'all kept whining about the election results, or even like during California, like before the election, when you had like GOP setting up fake ballot boxes, and of course nobody did shit about that. And plus, down in Florida, you had like a bunch of ballots sitting in a USPS, and also like even during the election, like Trump wanted them to stop counting votes when it was in states where like it was showing that he was ahead. So you already know he's full of shit, being a sore loser just like these fucks. And really, of course, like the one thing everybody's mentioning is that it's white privilege. And again, this is something I agree with. Because how the fuck do you I take it back, like not so much white privilege, but well, it is kind of white privilege too, but at the same time it's more like it's more like more Republican conservative privilege, because like again, like if I guarantee if these people were to again, like you said, if these people were black, then there's no way they'd be able to get away with all the shit that went down today. I mean, you had police officers who were posing with them and even let them into the fucking building. So and that's another thing. Like when people say defund the cops, this is some of the bullshit that they're referring to. And when we say defund the cops, we don't mean abolish them. We mean decrease their funding and reallocate it into other places. So that's another thing I just want to clear up. But like the fact that you as a middle class white American storm a fucking Capitol building and then complain about actually having the fucking pay the consequences for that shit and having to go to jail, that is so fucking surreal, so fucking bullshit. And even the motherfucker who had like zip ties even got off with a slap on the wrist from the judge. What the fuck? I mean, again, maybe I should go like, I don't know, rob a bank or some shit, and then argue that if you're gonna arrest me or sentence me to jail, then I should probably go back home. And if you arrest me or send me to jail, that's gonna cause more division in America, and we need unity right about now. You can get your fucking unity once these people serve consequences. Once these people deal with the consequences for their actions. Because and again, it's like people like whining about Twitter banning Trump. This isn't free. That's not a free speech issue. This is a privately owned platform exercising its terms of service. If this was about Osama bin Laden, then I'm sure you wouldn't argue about him being banned. I'm going off on a tangent. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. So yeah, this is basically my thoughts on the whole thing. Again, I gotta get if you like video games and stuff, I got a gaming channel, Screwface Capone, youtube.com/Screwface Capone. Check that out. And I do game streams and I do reviews. I got more stuff coming on the way. So anyway, check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. We know what you think. Peace out. Stay safe and take care of each other.